What's up, y'all? It's Timmy, and today I'm going to show you how to make a suitcase kick drum. Everybody made my prediction, so if I get stoned, I'm just carrying on and on. And it's exactly what it sounds like, so let's get to it. Welcome to Truck House Live, baby. So all you're gonna need for your suitcase kick drum is a old suitcase, preferably a hard plastic one or a pretty tough one. You don't want it too small. The bigger you have it, the more bass it's gonna make. A lot of times you can find old vintage ones in vintage stores and thrift shops. I get this one for 30 bucks in really good shape. You're gonna need a kick pedal. You're going to need some sticky rubber pads. They're just like sticky 3M tape in the backside. Nice rubber so it keeps the suitcase from slipping around and makes it sit nice and level. And you'll need a 3.5 inch standard door hinge you get for $3. And you're gonna need some, I'd say 1/4 inch bolts, washers, and nuts to go through the suitcase and hold the door hinge to it. And this door hinge is what holds your foot pedal into place and keeps it from sliding around on the floor. I found this in a garage sale. It's like a tambourine pedal. And anyway, you take this thing off, and the tambourine comes off. So there's this part that I'm missing that I need to hold this thing called a beater, which is this. I'm not a drummer, so I don't know these things. And when you step in the pedal, it moves the beater forward and, you know, that kind of stuff. And since I'm going to probably be hooking this up to live shows, live PA systems, I'm gonna take this little desktop mic stand here and modify it to go through the suitcase and hold a microphone inside. That way you get a big bass noise out of some PA speakers with this setup. Yes, sir. All right, so I'm building a suitcase kick drum. I've had this thing for like 8 years, and it has like a tambourine on there. And the tambourine smacks this little pad right there. But it'd be nice to have a bass drum over here. And then I've ordered a little hi-hat thing, so I'm gonna start trying to play more solo music because my bandmates live 8 hours away from me, so I think it'd be fun too, just to grow. As I don't consider myself a musician, but it'd be fun to grow in the realm of music. So thank you. Hannah plays a kick drum suitcase, and they're awesome. It's kind of like you see a lot in New Orleans too and stuff down that way. So it's just the easiest thing. I don't want to buy huge, expensive drums, so go get a vintage suitcase. You buy these little rubber pads right here, just to make it sit kind of flat and level and not rotate too much, not move around. Then you take a door hinge, and this door hinge is going to sit kind of on the bottom of the suitcase like this, and then the foot pedal comes over and kind of clamps into the door hinge like that. That way it holds it all together and doesn't slide around. So what I'm doing is installing this door hinge right now, right there. So let's do that. Is that the center? That's not even the center. There we go. Now in the center. It's just an old plastic vintage suitcase that I'm ruining or making more awesome. And the dullest drill bit in the world, apparently. All right. What I'm gonna do right now is just drop a bolt in there just to hold its place a little bit. Okay, let's do this one. And this one here. First, to be smart, there we go. And get this side. And done. Cool. All right. Take these back out. So I'm gonna put some washers on, like that. 2, 3. And we're gonna come up here. Put them all loosely in there, and then I'll crank them down a little bit. Pretty easy. I get the suitcase for 30 bucks. It's probably like $200 back in the day. All right, looks pretty good. Now we're gonna go inside of the suitcase. I think it's a forecast suitcase, apparently. Still in pretty freaking good shape too. Well, there's our bolts. I should probably remove the skirting stuff. It's gonna make shaky noises. We're gonna drop our washers onto these bolts like so. And put the nuts on. I'll have to go get a wrench really quick. And you can see that's holding the door hinge on now, like so. So as you can see, I've got the little rubber feet so it doesn't move around. Here's the 3.5 inch door hinge right there. It's nice and sticky, doesn't really move around. This should just mate right up to it, I believe, if I know what I'm doing. Like that. And then you lift this pedal up and you can tighten that up right there. Nice. And check that out. Pretty sweet. So now all I'm gonna do is put the beater on there and it'll hit that for a bass drum. Pretty cool. Instant kick drum suitcase. I'm also gonna install this mic inside of it, so I'm gonna cut a hole. Probably, I don't know. Maybe I'll cut a hole through the top over here or something and stick this mic holder in. That way you can put a microphone inside of this and run it through a big sound system so you get a big deep bass thump. So that's the plan. All right, y'all, and next step is you take the little microphone standing out of the bag. You're gonna basically unscrew the microphone holder off, unscrew all this stuff, take it apart, pull that pin out of there. Now you got this, so you can thread this rod into here to hold the microphone thing in place. So inside of the suitcase, you're gonna have your little microphone holder, and on the outside, you're gonna have this little rod, which will screw into the microphone holder and lock it into place. I'm gonna use this washer right here to go around the rod. It's gonna lock into place better. Just drill the hole right there in the suitcase, and you're gonna stick the rod through like this. Like that, and you can see it poking through there. Now it's really easy. You take your microphone holder and screw it on like so, and there you go. It's nice and tight. You can spin that around, put your microphone wherever you want. It's right in the center of the suitcase, so when you close it, it's not touching anything. I think that works. I just kind of made that up, so I think that works great. And then if you need to still use this for another drum or something, you haven't destroyed it, so that's cool. So now I need to cut a bigger hole through, that way I can fit an instrument cable, an XLR cable through for the microphone. And then we're pretty much done with this thing. And I don't really have a hole saw, so I'm just gonna drill a whole bunch of holes in a circle. I think that'll get the job done enough. Let's do it. Destroy that suitcase. All the wrong tools. But you know what? Sometimes you just gotta work with what you got. That's a big enough hole to fit my cable through, I think. Let's see. So here's a microphone XLR cable. Now it'll fit right in there and clip right into your mic, which is inside the suitcase, so you can mic it. Cool. And that, my friends, is how you build a suitcase kick drum. That's how you do it. Pretty simple. Go make one yourself. I'd like to give a shout out to my bandmate, Hannah, and also to Orion Donict for the inspiration behind this. So see if I can start figuring it out. And I'm not a drummer at all, so we'll see how this goes. I'll try a little cover song here. Country music singers have always been a real close family, but lately some of my kinfolk had disowned a few others than me. I guess it's because I kind of changed my direction, but Lord, I guess I went and broke the family tradition. You don't wanna know, hey, why do you ring? Hey, why do you roll smoke? Why must you live
If I'm down in a honky tonk, some sticks trying to give me friction. I said, hey, no on and singing all night long. It's a family tradition. I am very proud of my daddy's name. Although his kind of music and mine ain't exactly the same. Stop and think it over. Put yourself in my position. If I get stoned and sing all night long, it's a family tradition. Don't ask me, hey, why do you drink? Hey, why do you roll smoke? My, much you live out the song that you wrote. Stop and think it over. Put yourself in my unique position. If I get stoned and sing all night long, it's a family tradition. Lordy, I have loved some ladies, and I have loved Jim Payne. They both tried to kill me in 1973. When the doctor asked me, son, how'd you get in this condition? I said, hey, son, bones, I'm just carrying on an old family tradition. Don't ask me, hey, why do you drink? Hey, why do you roll smoke? Why much you live out the song that you wrote? Over and over, everybody made my prediction. So if I get stoned, I'm just carrying on an old family tradition.
Sweet. Kind of stoked on it. And the sweet part is this all breaks apart super easy, fits inside the suitcase, and wha-bam. So anyhow, that is how you make a suitcase drum kit. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of my content. I do videos every week, and we'll see you next time. Be y'all.